everyone, Darren Hunty here with Deniz Youssef. This is the Top Growth Podcast Show where we go through the real meat and potatoes of rent roll growth, real strategy stuff that you can implement and put into place right away. Now, Deniz, we've been in the background, in fact, at our Lead Machine event coming up in October, and I get it, we don't like to date these podcasts, Deniz, but we've got a Lead Machine 2025 coming up. And we are going to be talking about lead magnets. And in fact, we've got one particular office that we're working with at the moment. We're running a Facebook ad over an audience with a lead magnet, very simple, 12 things that quality tenants want in the northern suburb of Sydney. To date, the numbers
Hold on. Whoa. You're going to give away the juice straight away. Darren, you got to let him hang a little bit, buddy.
We're not popping the bonnet. We're doing that at the event, right? We're showing the background, but everybody, we've generated 70 leads.
Yes,
at
70
around
good
about
leads.
$12 something per lead. All up, it's about $902 over those 70 leads. And we're getting a lot of exciting feedback. Now, what we've done is that we've put this information is that she's already signed up 3 properties. She's got others that she's working on as well. So there's a lot more to come out of these 70 leads. But she signed up 3 properties. Her average rent is around about $1,411 a week out of those 3. I've already done the numbers. I've got them on the top of my head.
You do.
She signed up $50,000 worth of asset value. That's at a multiplier of 3.8 in Sydney, which is quite conservative. They do go quite a bit higher. She's getting a full 7% because we've taught her how to get quality fees. She was a 5%. We took it as 7. She's getting a full fees. And because of the higher rents, she's signed up $18,000 and something dollars a year minimum fee income in the next 12 months. Now, we've worked all of that out on our fee calculator. Okay.
Yeah, Darren, I've got to jump in because people might be thinking, wow, what, 3 properties in 70 leads? At that time, she had 4.5 weeks off. She was in another country, right?
Correct.
She was away. She was on holidays and these leads were coming in, right? So there's a whole month off. So I only can imagine once, and that has just started to pop through as well. And the leads, the good thing about also, Darren, and you've got to give credit to yourself here, we have made the wording so good, it's attracting the right people. These aren't just people coming in looking for cheap fees. It's not just saying need another property manager. It's all about the right lead funnel. So you've hit their pain. These people are calling in pain. They're not thinking fees. They're looking for a quality property manager, right? So it's really important. And we're talking 7+% in Sydney, people.
So let's just pull apart some of the guts of this and why it's working, because it's easy to get these things wrong. Now, by the way, if you do want to have a chat to us about possibly setting up a lead magnet for you, there will be a few things that we would need to have in place. But just drop into Deniz's diary, growmyrentroll.com. But what we found, Deniz, the thing is that when we first started doing this lead magnet, because we are in beta, we're about to go the full hog, all right, and make it official, is that we actually had a different lead magnet we're using with a different message and a different download, which was a PDF booklet on 13 critical mistakes I think landlords make. And we were getting lead costs a bit high. I think we're getting up to like that $20 or $30 cost a lead. We needed to get it down. And so we needed to change the message up. Something that's a lot more hotter, a lot more attractive for landlords who were at the right place in the real estate cycle where a property manager would want to speak to them. And so just for everyone, giving a bit of an idea, what happened here is that we did a poll a couple of years ago, Deniz, into a property investor group, big property investor Facebook group in Australia. And I asked the question to the landlords, choose one, and there was a choice of 4. What's the most important thing to you when you're selecting a property manager? Number 1, do you need a quality property manager? Number 2, is it a quality tenant? Number 3, is it the best rent? Number 4, is it getting the property rented in the fastest possible time? Everyone overwhelmingly, Dennis, said they want a quality tenant over
See,
everything.
that didn't surprise me at all because as a BDM, Darren, the 900 plus properties I was signing, most of the owners were happy and they said they loved it when I used to say, we'd be happy for your property to sit vacant an extra week until we find the right quality tenant
Yeah.
whose
Because,
music to their
Dennis,
ears.
this feeds right into the pain point, and this is what
Mm,
everyone needs to understand. And a lot of agents get wrong, particularly when they're going cheaper fees.
mm,
It's what the anxiety point is of the property investor leading up to the contact made with the property manager. Everyone knows you can manage your own property, right?
mm.
It's not a country that legally you have to use an agent. It's not like that. Like in a court, even there you can represent yourself as well if you want. But landlords can represent themselves if they choose not to because there are anxiety points. They're happy to pay. And the anxiety points are really important to understand. What are they? They're scared of getting the wrong tenant. They're scared of the property being damaged. They're scared of the rent not being paid because they cannot afford to pay a second mortgage. It
Yeah,
scares the crap out of them and they lose sleep over it. And so what we did, because we know that's the number one pain point. Now, Dennis, there's actually 10 different things that owners get concerned about. Getting a quality tenant is at number one. We know that. Cheap fees are not on that list.
no,
They're not thinking and dreaming about, if only I could get myself a cheap agent tomorrow, I'm going to be happy. It's not. They're dreaming that I need a quality tenant. All right. And they're losing their peace of mind because of it. So the booklet that we've created that owners are downloading is 12 things that quality tenants want, whether it's in northern Sydney or whether it's in Brisbane or wherever that we're doing these lead magnets. That's what people are downloading because it taps right into the pain point. And of course, with the lead magnet, with the headline, it's something along the lines of, like if a quality tenant, won't want your property, trouble moves in.
yep,
Here are 12 things that quality tenants want. And that's what they're downloading. There's other information in the booklet as well, but that's what people are subscribing. And what we're finding out is this, Dennis. When we're talking to the people that are following up the leads, people are reading the booklet because there's a lot more information in the booklet than just 12 things quality tenants want. And they are now seeing the agent as the expert because of the depth of information in that booklet.
well,
And
those points are answering pain, and they're feeding them. They're feeling relieved. They're feeling like, their concerns are being met when they're reading. So it confirms even more as they're going through those 12 points. This agent knows what they're doing,
yeah,
and
so there's
it's not a
also,
sales pitch.
so in this is the example of one that we did here in Adelaide, 5 property marketing blunders quality tenants hate. All right. They'd want to know that because it fits right into the pain point. 7
Mm,
different ways to detect a bad tenant. That fits right into the pain point, the things that they're really, really struggling with. 5 big mistakes that keep your property vacant for longer. There's another one here. 4 compelling reasons not to manage the property yourself. That's in the same booklet, Dennis. So it's not just 12 things that quality tenants want. 5
yeah,
big mistakes lazy property managers make leasing property. 6 irrefutable reasons why you need landlord insurance. um, 5 massive mistakes property investors make. And so that's what creates a full meal with the download. It's not just 12 things, they get everything else. And so when they come out of reading that booklet, not everyone's going to read it, but the ones that do, they're happy to take that phone call
yeah.
from a property manager and get into a conversation. So we're speaking with Vanessa this morning, Dennis. She got into a conversation which a lady was clearly in pain.
Yeah.
You remember what she said?
Yeah. Well, this particular lead, she used to self-manage the property, so she was a self-managed landlord, and then she went to an agency. She went to an agency that and she felt like she knew more than the agency. So she was frustrated as an owner that her property wasn't being looked after, she wasn't being serviced, had multiple property managers. So she was in a lot of pain. And, Darren, just to emphasize, even if you just read the points in the booklet, if you only read the points, you're going to think, wow, there's some really good material in this book.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Now, we've got other lead magnets, Dennis. We've got one, we just started with a big regional area in New Zealand, and we just did, it was about $210. We got 12 leads, and the office is still following those up. And there's certainly some warm leads in that lot as well, which is good. But we're going to be starting up Brisbane shortly. We're working on Adelaide at the moment to get lead magnets rolled out. So if there's something that you think that may work for you, get in contact, Dennis. Dennis's Diary, growmyrentroll.com. That just books you straight into Dennis's Diary, so you can have a chat around, will that work? We have to be convinced that, one, you're focused on your rent roll, and you have the resources and the ability to pick up that phone and chase, and not just get caught up in the weeds and get too distracted and then not doing any follow-ups, because the whole thing's obviously not going to work if you've got no ability to follow up. So we're really excited. And again, we're going to go through the guts of this thing, pull it apart, pop the bonnet, talk about the Facebook advertising, the demographics we're using as well, at the Lead Machine event, which is in Sydney in October. So if something that you're interested in, we get it. This is supposed to be an evergreen podcast, but just go to igtleadmachine.com if you would like to attend. But other than that, Dennis, I think that's a good episode there.
It's great, Darren. I want to emphasize again, these landlords, when they hear from you, you're already trusted. They've seen your branding online. They've downloaded your book. They've read it. Trust is inbuilt, right? That there is trust, and there's other layers to that that they get through that funnel as well that we haven't even discussed. We're only touching on this.
Well, we're only dealing with leads that are ready to go at that time,
Yeah.
right? Other people are not ready yet, and so the fruit still needs to ripen, and that's where they've got to go into a nurture lead. So we've actually created, Dennis, a year already of email campaign, one a week, that goes out, that nurtures them and shepherds them into people's diaries, because we want to capture them when they're actually ready, because some people are not ready at that time. So it's all about what happens now and what happens in the future as well, short-term and long-term game.
Excellent. Great podcast, Darren. Great discussion. And, this is where you can have warm leads hitting your inbox, because you can't rely on sales to grow your rent roll. And if your BDMs aren't out there proactive, this is some lead generation that can be done for you.
All right, everyone. We'll see you in the next podcast. Take care.